What's going on, everyone? I'm on my way to Brooklyn right now to take some pictures for this property, this new listing that I have. And I thought this would be a great time to let you know about what I normally do on my listings and something that I always add to my listings to make it stand out. So not only am I going to take pictures of this listing, but I'm also going to do a 3D virtual tour. And even if you're not a licensed agent, this is something that you can add to your business. This could be a new business that you start with very little money. So to take a 3D tour, all you need is a camera that can take 3D images. And these 3D images can give you a floor plan and a 3D tour of the property or the apartment for people to view if they're not able or they don't want to physically be inside the apartment. This 3D tour can give you 3D images of the apartment or the property that you're trying to rent or sell. I'm gonna let you know why I take 3D tours, how I do it, and how you can, potentially make money using these cameras that can take these 3D images. So 3D tours allow you to get a 3D view of the property or the apartment that you're taking these images of, which gives the potential buyer or the potential renter the ability to view this apartment or property without physically being there if they don't want to, due to the pandemic, or if they just can't because of their schedule. So stay tuned. I'm going to give you everything you need for you to start your own business and the how-tos with 3D tours. See you soon. What's going on, everyone? Jalil here. I'm in Brooklyn at the new listing that I mentioned earlier, where I want to do the virtual tour, and I'm going to go over the three things that I talked about earlier, which is first, why I do a 360 tour. So in today's climate with the pandemic and coronavirus going on, not everyone wants to physically walk through a property, but some people still may be interested in viewing the property. In a 360, a 3D virtual tour might be the best way to do that. Or you may even have buyers or renters who live out of state or even out the country that may be moving to your area and they can't physically be present, or just, schedules conflict where you can't be able to show it from the time where a prospective tenant or a prospective buyer may be able to get off work to view the property. So a 3D virtual tour is the best way where you can send them a link and let them feel as if they're actually in the property with you. So that's the reason why I do a 360 virtual tour, and I'm gonna show you examples of the exact tool I use for it, and I'm gonna show you how you can use it in your business to make money, and maybe even a bonus tip as far as how you can find clients that can help scale your business. So let's go over the first thing and the exact tool I use, which is a lot cheaper than what's most of the high-end stuff on the market, and how you can get started right away. For my virtual tours, I use an Insta360. Now I know a lot of people may know of Matterport, which is about like a $1,000 camera, which is a really good camera, but if you're just starting out, you don't have a high-end budget, or you're on the go and you don't want to carry that big Matterport, the Insta360 is a good alternative that could get you some good quality for these 3D virtual tours. So I paid the package in total was about $495. They gave me this extra long tripod, the 360 camera, a couple of batteries, and that's all you really need to get started. So I'm gonna walk you through how I use it, give you a couple, maybe like a screenshot, or put it in the screen so you can see what it looks like once you're done the virtual tour, and we'll go from there. Now that you have your Insta360 One X, let's go over how you will do the recording. The first thing you're gonna need to do is, well, get the camera, of course, but also download the Insta360 One X app. Okay, is that focusing? And hold up, there we go, and the Matterport app. So although you don't have a Matterport camera, you can still use the app along with your Insta360 One X camera to create that 3D virtual tour. So you simply just put your camera in position. I like to start in the back of the room corner. You want to get as many spots as possible so that you can get a clear and consistent, smooth flow throughout the property, throughout the apartment, whatever you're doing the 3D tour for. Then you will just open the Matterport app, hit the plus symbol so you can start scanning. It's going to pop up whatever address it thinks you're at. You can save that for now, and you start scanning. So your app will just have this black screen, show you says ready to be scanned, and the next thing you do, all you have to do is just hit that button. So you want to get out the room though. So if you have a room like this, the camera's gonna pick up a 360 tour. So you want to get out of the camera's view so that it can't see you. Once you're out of the camera's view, so that you're not in this shot when it picks up that 360 frame, you just open up your app and you click hit ready scan. That one button under 1X, click it. You hear that sound? Just like that, it's done. And you can immediately walk back to your camera. And now, let's get the next part. So, just literally 2 seconds. I'm gonna move it only a couple feet away. I like to be safe, so I don't have to do it more than once. Only do it once and get it over with. I'll come back, hit that button again. Just like that, it's done. And we just do the rest of the house. Alright, so good. Alright, so now I'm pretty much halfway through the virtual tour of this 3-bedroom apartment. And I also want to add, I like to do my scans before you enter the room and right over the threshold, never on the threshold. Also, if you come and look with me right here, I try to do the scans and avoid any mirrors. So I wouldn't put the 360 camera right here because then it'll be inside the shot. Then I'll put it instead a little bit more over here, put in position, walk out, and then hit scan. Just like that, we're done. And we can move on to the next scan. It's just that simple. So we'll finish up in about 2 more minutes and I'll show you the finished product. So just like that, in less than 10 minutes, I finished a 3-bedroom, 1-bath apartment 3D virtual tour really quickly. Now let's discuss how you can use this to make money in your business. Even if you don't have a license, you're not in real estate, but you want to get in real estate, this would be a great way to get your foot in the door. So you can purchase one of these cameras and then you can start, marketing yourself to potential clients. The easiest way would be to start in real estate. One way you can get into real estate is by using this camera and marketing yourself with your 3D virtual tours. There are people who do for sale by owners, property owners that want to list their homes online, but they do not want to use an agent for whatever reasons. These homes tend to lack marketing, decent pictures, definitely a 3D tour. So you can call up some of these homeowners and say, are you interested in my services? I can do a 3D tour for you, run through the property in less than an hour, give you a full layout so that you can still list it for sale by owner, but now you have a wider base for potential buyers. And also, with this camera, don't just limit yourself to real estate. Think about all commercial space, gyms, storage units, whatever the case may be. You can start marketing yourself and say, hey, I can offer you a 3D tour for whatever price you're charging, and go out there and hit the ground running and just do this every day. So depending on what you're charging, whether it's a couple $100 or a couple $1,000, depending on the space, the square footage, whether it's a residential property, a commercial unit, maybe a commercial space, a gym, a storage unit, just think bigger. You can make a decent living with just a small investment in this camera. And by no means is this video sponsored by Insta360 or am I an affiliate, but I just think it's a great tool if you want to get your foot in the door, or even if you're looking for some just additional income. And I didn't forget, I also promised you a bonus as to how you could potentially, get some clients if you have no experience. A piece of advice is, if you purchase this camera, you don't have any marketing yet, you haven't done any 3D tours, but you've practiced on your own, a good thing to do would be to market to your local brokerages, your local real estate brokerages in your area. So you want to check them out and say, hey, can I sponsor a breakfast for you? And basically what that means is you'll just, buy some donuts or some coffee for the staff. And during that sponsorship, they will listen to what you have to offer while they eat their breakfast. And you just let them know, hey, I do 3D virtual tours, maybe you do photography as well, and you can help them with their listings. You could get them 3D virtual tours and photographs for their new listings and see what they say. That's a good way to get in front of people so that you can market and see what you have to offer. And you can do the same thing for gymnasiums, as I mentioned before, storage spaces, new development projects, foreclosures, short sales, whatever the case may be. Let me know in the comments below if this is something you would try on your own, purchasing this camera and doing 3D virtual tours. Let me know if you have a license, if you don't have a license, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
I hop out the car, leave the motor running. Why you always talking like you know something? Why you always talking, going show 'em something? No stunt double, I do my own stunt. Could take a year, I'll still have that paper coming. 90, I keep it so on it. All in the club, we don't do no clubbing. Throw like 10 on the 90, I keep it so on it. Orange label, I might pop me too. I was getting money, but they didn't have a clue. Caught the Porsche coming powder blue. Hit the top, we don't need the roof. Fools know we made the